Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the number one source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I am your host. Beautiful folks. So much happening in the geopolitical world related to what's happening all over in various countries with politics, such as Iraq. So much happening in the global currency market, such as what's going to back currencies, such as gold, silver, copper, other commodities as well. Are you looking past some of those things? Not aware that they're connected to the revaluation of currencies? That's okay. If so, we're going to share with you today what Goldilocks is informing us of what's transpiring. Let's jump right into it. For years, Goldilocks has been talking about gold, silver, and copper. What Goldilocks is sharing today directly about and its connection to global currencies. Goldilocks states that rising copper prices can indeed influence global currency values, though the effects are uneven and primarily impact specific commodity currencies rather than all currencies uniformly. See, let me explain this to you. Goldilocks not only shares what is related to global currencies directly, but indirectly. What is connected? What is connected within? What is connected without? And how they all relate. So you must understand, as we've always stated, everything is connected to everything. And if you have the propensity to look past something you may feel as if isn't relevant, you're going to miss what's important to you regarding your investment. So understand the importance of gold, silver, and copper and other commodities that are going to provide the strength behind the currencies that helps to provide the revaluation of them. So here we have Goldilocks is speaking of the role of copper, such as copper has been the barter of global economic health due to widespread use in construction, electronics, infrastructure, and energy transition, just like with electronic vehicles. Same thing as silver, renewables. All of these tend to rise in price due to periods of strong industrial demand and economic expansion. Higher copper prices typically signal optimism about global growth. Global growth, folks, is what's needed in the global currency markets so the global currencies can also grow. The key mechanism linking copper prices to currencies is through commodity exporting economies. Vietnam is one of them. Countries that are major copper producers and exporters benefit from higher prices via increased export revenues, improved trade balances, and stronger economic fundamentals. These often lead to the appreciation and strengthening in the value of countries' currencies. including the US dollar, in which copper is priced globally. Goldilocks then goes on to share examples of just some currencies that are directly affected by the price of copper: the Chilean peso, Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar. Think about this. Oh, no, it's not the currencies that many of us hold. However, doesn't Iraq, Vietnam, and other countries of the currencies we hold, won't they trade with Canada, with Australia, with Chile? You see how everything is connected to everything? What Goldilocks is stating is that, in contrast, a strong US dollar often exerts downward pressure on copper prices, as it makes copper more expensive, potentially curbing demand. But rising copper prices can sometimes coincide and contribute to a weaker dollar. Where have many of you possibly heard about Trump's currency revaluation plan and to weaken the dollar? I don't care what he says in the public about the dollar getting stronger. That's called optics. He's supposed to say that. Why would the commander-in-chief of the greatest country in the world, the greatest superpower in the world, say the dollar's getting weaker? The fundamentals show that it is, but he wouldn't actually get on stage in front of the camera and talk about how it's getting stronger. Why wouldn't he? That's what he's supposed to do. But his agenda is to weaken the dollar to level the playing field with all the countries and their currencies. Copper, Goldilocks is stating, is the unsung backbone of the new digital financial system. Where will the revaluation occur? In the new digital financial system. The new digital financial system encompasses cryptocurrencies, blockchain networks, fintech platforms, high-frequency trading, cloud-based banking, and AI-driven financial services. At its core, copper lies the superior conductor that powers the infrastructure, enabling transformation. Data centers form the foundation of modern finance. They host blockchain ledgers, process crypto transactions. They run AI algorithms for fraud detection, risk assessment, trading, and support cloud services for digital wallets and payments. Where is the new digital banking system? In the cloud. Where will the revaluation of currencies occur? In the cloud. Traditional data centers, folks, they use 5,000 to 15,000 tons of copper. The surge in AI and digital finance amplifies this. Crypto mining decentralized finance platforms. They power servers and robust grids. Copper's unmatched electrical conductivity, durability, and corrosion resistance makes it irreplaceable. Can you now see the strength behind our paper currencies from commodities such as copper, silver, and gold? Projections show, Goldilocks is stating, that data centers could consume over 500,000 tons of copper annually by 2030, driven largely by AI. This ties into broader demand, but the digital economy accelerates it. Beyond physical infrastructure, Goldilocks shares, emerging trends include tokenizing physical copper on blockchains for transparent supply chains, trading, and finance. Copper is no longer just industrial, ladies and gentlemen. It's foundational. Foundational to secure, scalable, electrified backbone of the new digital banking system. Tokenizing copper on the new digital banking system is bridging physical metal to digital finance. Tokenization converts rights to real world assets, which leads to real currency values, real rates. For copper specifically, tokenization addresses key challenges: ownership, transparency, global access, supply chain efficiency. As real world assets grow rapidly, copper tokenization, Goldilocks shares, is positioning itself as a bridge between the old banking system and the new banking system, where currencies will revalue. This trend democratizes access. It improves price discovery on assets such as gold, silver, copper, and paper currencies. Folks, everything in the finance world is connected to everything in the finance world. Everything in the finance world is connected to everything in the geopolitical world. If you're paying attention to what's happening in the geopolitical realm, yes, inclusive of Iraq, it's no coincidence of everything that's happening. Stay tuned, stay grounded, stay in love. Be well, beautiful folks. There's more coming. Get yourselves prepared. We love you. Ciao.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.